All right, let's just dive right into this explainer. We're going to explore how the rapid evolution of artificial intelligence is actually creating some absolutely incredible new opportunities for your career. I know, AI has gone from this weird niche tech thing to being literally everywhere, right? But instead of feeling overwhelmed by all of it, we're going to look at concrete, actionable ways that you can harness this tech. Today, we're basically building your personal toolkit so you can thrive in a landscape that's changing at lightning speed.
So, you've probably seen those scary headlines, right? The ones predicting that 300 million jobs could be affected by AI by 2030. I mean, wow, that is a massive number. But listen, we need to reframe this narrative immediately. History constantly shows us that big technological revolutions don't just wipe out work, they transform it. Think about it. The Industrial Revolution didn't put everyone out of a job, it just shifted the focus. So the future isn't about competing with robots. No way. It's about learning how to make these incredible tools work for you. And this is exactly why the World Economic Forum states that the future of work lies in human-AI collaboration. Look, AI is not the Terminator coming for your job. Actually, scratch that. Think of it more like your Iron Man suit. It's a super powerful co-pilot that amplifies your unique human capabilities. When we reframe AI as a co-creation partner rather than a replacement, we unlock some seriously massive productivity gains. The goal here isn't to become a machine. The goal is to be a highly effective human who knows exactly how to direct one. Now, the absolutely most vital skill in this new era is something called AI literacy. And surprise, it isn't about coding at all. People always seem to assume AI is only for software developers, but that's a total myth. AI literacy is really just about critical thinking, understanding context, and balancing your trust with a healthy dose of skepticism. It's knowing how to evaluate what an AI spits out, understanding where it messes up, and asking the right questions about its data. You don't need a computer science degree for this. You just need good judgment. Let's look at how this actually plays out in the real world. Take the accounting profession, for example. Those entry-level tasks focused on manual, totally predictable data entry, yeah, those are absolutely in the crosshairs of automation. But look at what happens next. The accountant is suddenly elevated to a high-value strategic advisor. Sure, AI can crunch a million numbers in 2 seconds, but businesses desperately need human experts to provide the actual financial insights, contextualize the risks, and actually build trust with human clients. The boring, tedious parts are gone, which leaves all this room for high-level, engaging work. And employers are quickly waking up to what machines simply cannot do, with projections showing that 39% of our core skills are going to change by 2030. Companies are urgently looking for a very specific mix of human-centric skills. We're talking emotional intelligence to build trust, curiosity to learn new tools quickly, and change management to guide teams. I mean, an AI can draft a solid report, sure, but it definitely cannot empathize with a frustrated client or navigate messy team dynamics. Your humanity is literally your ultimate competitive advantage right now. So, to effectively command your brand new AI copilot, you gotta learn to speak its language. Enter prompt engineering. This is basically the bridge between what you want to happen and what the machine can actually do. 2 years ago, this wasn't even a job title. Today, it's easily one of the most valuable skills in the modern workplace. Because AI predicts text rather than truly understanding it like we do, the person who clearly articulates what they want is always going to outperform the person just typing in vague, open-ended requests. The best part is, you can start practicing this literally right now using 3 super simple steps. First off, always provide context. The AI has no idea what your situation is or who your audience is unless you explicitly tell it. Second, assign it a role. Tell the AI, hey, act as a senior product manager, because that activates relevant patterns in its training data. And finally, iterate and refine. Always treat that first output as a rough draft. Ask it to expand on a specific point or maybe tweak its tone. Prompt engineering is a back-and-forth conversation, you guys, not just a single magic command. Getting good at that foundation leads us to something even more exciting: creating your own custom tools. We are smack in the middle of a massive no-code revolution. Using platforms like Bubble, Zapier, Make.com, Relevance AI, and Wordware, honestly, anyone can build custom AI apps now. You just use visual drag-and-drop interfaces. It's basically like playing with digital Lego blocks. You are plugging into the exact same enterprise-level AI models that massive tech giants use, and you're doing it without writing a single line of code. It's wild. Now, to master these no-code builders without getting completely overwhelmed, your strategy should be to start small. Don't go trying to build the next massive, complex AI startup on day one. Instead, just experiment freely with the pre-built templates these platforms already offer. Test out a basic workflow and then apply it to just one single repetitive task in your day-to-day, like having it read your incoming emails and draft personalized responses for you to review. Finding those small, targeted applications will build your confidence incredibly fast.
Let me give you a perfect, real-world example of this. There's a teacher who used the no-code platform Bubble to build an AI homework helper for their students. And the cool part? This wasn't just a cheat code that handed kids the answers. The teacher programmed it to guide the students conceptually, 24/7, and it even tracked which topics they were struggling with the most. Now, this teacher did not have a computer science degree. They just saw a problem and snapped together some no-code AI blocks to build the exact solution they needed. That is the exact power you now have at your fingertips. Okay, so as you use these awesome custom AI tools to process massive amounts of information, you're going to uncover some incredible insights. But here's the catch. Data is pretty much useless if no one understands it. And that is where data storytelling comes into play. It's the missing link between the raw data you collect and your ability to communicate why it actually matters. Look, C-suite executives do not want to stare at a complex, messy spreadsheet. They want you to tell them the story of what the data means, and more importantly, what business decision they need to make next.
And as AI adoption scales massively across the globe, we're also seeing the emergence of a highly critical, specialized field. Recent labor market data reveals how rapidly the demand for AI ethics and governance jobs is just absolutely exploding. We're talking over 100,000 professionals requested annually. As organizations rush to adopt AI, they desperately need people who can manage the risks, ensure legal compliance, audit the systems for bias, and basically guarantee that these powerful tools are being used responsibly. This incredible demand for ethical oversight is heavily concentrated in high-stakes sectors too. Think finance, insurance, information, and manufacturing. These are highly regulated industries that need professionals with a very unique mix of AI literacy, project management, and regulatory knowledge. So AI safety in governments isn't just some philosophical debate happening in the background anymore. It is a massive, multidisciplinary career track that is wide open right now and highly lucrative for those willing to step into it.
So what's the ultimate payoff for mastering all these skills? Well, by combining AI literacy, prompt engineering, no-code development, and your core human-centric skills, modern workers are using AI agents to achieve productivity gains of up to 50%. Just let that sink in for a second. 50%. You are effectively doubling your workforce capacity. Industries exposed to AI are seeing nearly triple the growth in revenue per employee. This drives absolutely unprecedented earning potential. It makes you completely indispensable to any organization. You essentially become the person who scales value.
We've definitely covered a lot of ground in this explainer, but the core message I want you to walk away with is this. AI is not a wave that's going to wash you away. It's a wave you can learn to surf. You now have the magical tools to become a highly sought-after professional in this entirely new economy. Whether it's mastering the perfect prompt, building a custom no-code app, or leading the charge in AI governance, the power is entirely in your hands. So please, start experimenting today. The AI revolution is here. What will you build?